Okay, so TLDR, Obra Dinn, a ship goes missing. A crew of 60 on said ship also go missing, or they're dead aboard. And you are an investigator sent to see what happened to the Obra Dinn, blah, blah, blah. You arrive, you find people dead, missing, and what ended up happening was, I believe there was a, what was the Fromosian, the Fromosian people? I forgot what it was. The Fromosians. Who were those people? There was a group of people who on the ship had this like treasure chest, this shell.
Mama time.
And the Fromosians, the Fromosans, they basically had this like relic or this sacred artifact from the sea that they stole from mermaids. And, you know, people
they were
get...
the from soft backseaters.
Were they really? Panyaz with a prime sub. Thanks, buddy. Basically, they stole something from the sea, and everyone aboard was either trying to steal it or get away from it, and it attracted, like, big crab people. It attracted a kraken. You know, it was... The story was fine, but at the very end of it all, it wasn't really anything. You know, they had a bunch of...
an old name for the island of Taiwan, long before it was Taiwan.
So that's what it is, Formosan. It's Taiwan. They had artifacts from the sea, and they had captured mermaids and whatnot, and the sea wanted them back. They fucked up with the ocean, and the ocean said, I'm coming for you. So they sent a kraken, they sent crab people, they sent all these things to take back the mermaids and to take back the shells, right, the big relics. So that's really what it was. You know, there's a lot of high points in this game where initially you think it's some strange, like, mutiny and, you know, the captain had something and the crew wanted it. Kind of what it was, too, though. And the more you uncover, the more you are intrigued, and eventually you come to a part where you see a dead body.
Was pissed.
That's basically what it was. That was the game. You get to a point where you see a dead body, and the dead body's chopped in half, and you're like, what the hell happened to him? And so you go in his memory, you check out how he died, and there's a fucking kraken. There's a kraken attacking the ship, and everyone's dying. What the hell's going on? And then through the kraken attack, there's a crab people attack. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And then through that, you find the mermaids. And the mermaids were taken in, and they were captured and all this stuff. And for those very high points, from finding people killing each other to then a kraken and crab people and a mermaid and magic shells, the game kind of becomes pretty tame. You know? Fuck, I have TP. The game becomes pretty tame. So for me, its highest points were finding, you know, these weird sea creatures and how people perished. And then by the end of it all, it was just kind of... The sea wanted it back. The sea wanted the shells back. They wanted the mermaids to be freed. And that's kind of it. You know, there was no real big payoff. I think the twist at the end of it wasn't very compelling, to be honest. And there was a bit of a confusing, you know, how you investigate bodies and how you go back in time and then you have to find them with this big smoke trail. Some of the gameplay was a little weird. I wasn't a fan of it, but, like, the overall game was incredible. Very, very good.
I haven't watched your entire playthrough of Obra Dinn, but I assume you were like, my genius is almost frightening.
At a few points it was, yeah. When you hit certain, you know, roadblocks and you overcome them, and you do through, like, rigorous searching. Like, it is excellent. It's awesome. You feel smart in that game. You do. You feel smart, man. It's great.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh my god, it's a video game. Jesus, kids. Let's have fun. Yes. See? He gets it. Gaming is about fun. People forget. Yes, it's now forced esports dribble
Minions have
brain damage. Yes, it is. People forget to have fun. You could still be competitive and into esports as long as you try to have fun. There's nothing wrong with being competitive. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win. But by God, it's not the end of the fucking world. Let's have fun. There's nothing wrong with playing to win. There's nothing wrong with being competitive. It's how you go about it. That's what matters most. Cool. Spoken like a true, almost 30-year-old guy. I don't know, man. I've played this game for like 12 years. I've seen everything. I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows, I've been toxic, I've been free of the simulation. And I do now just enjoy life. I want to have fun. I want to play games. I want to talk to cool people and enjoy my time here. Yeah, I should try more Gangplank support. This could be fun. You and I both. I'm in the same spot without the challenger part. True! Thank you for recognizing my talent as well. Don't forget it. I am challenger. Whoa. What a griefer! We're fucking dead. Okay. Alright. Fuck, if I had Ignite though, man. I accidentally took TP. Should not have had a TP. Yo, Omens, 94 months. Yes, sir.
Tobias Wave.
Owens, thank you, man.
Your 30s are just like your 20s, except you're not a fucking idiot anymore.
Well, I mean, some people are. Some people haven't learned, but, you know, I'm not saying, like, I've opened up my third eye and I'm, like, the smartest dude ever. But, you know, you do, the idea would be to grow as a person. The idea would be to grow as a person, not revert back to caveman. Right? That's the idea. Also, good shit bot lane. I think I've grown as a person, man. I think I have. You know, I think I'm pretty level-headed, and a lot of that is, you know, things in life, how I was raised, kind of just reflecting on the years instead of accepting them and saying, this is it now. We're toxic. We got to keep being toxic. You know, you can look back and say, man, shit sucked. I was an idiot. I got to be better than that. So, you've grown as a streamer as well. I think I have too. Let's go Sheen. Bro thinks he has changed because it seems true. It seems true. I think it's true. Hardest Dark Souls ER boss of all time. The hardest boss in Elden Ring and the DLC is Millennia. If you could beat Millennia, you can beat the entire game. Easy peasy. That's a fact. Millennia is the biggest hurdle in that game for current Elden Ring. I don't know about day one. I don't know about the grease balls who fucking sit there and, we gotta revert the patches. I love CBT. Whatever that may be. Current Elden Ring, the hardest boss is Millennia. The hardest boss in Dark Souls has got to be... Who's the hardest boss in Dark Souls? I mean, I struggled with Fume Knight. I struggled with... Gale is not hard. Manus... maybe Manus. Gale is not hard, no.
Consort Radon is harder without summons.
I didn't summon. I beat him solo. With the stuff I beat a Millennia with. I beat Consort Radon with the toothpick and the turtle shield. Freed. Is Freed the hardest? Freed is a bitch. That chick has got 3 phases. And one of them is 2 people at once. So, the Nameless King, I think, was a problem only in Phase 1. Now, Nameless King wasn't that bad. Freed was worse than Nameless King. I actually summoned Gale for Freed, so I can't say much on that, but I feel like the Freed fight was worse. The Nameless King was more of like Phase 1 being ghoulish, because the camera was so bad, and then Phase 2 being... Phase 2 was fine, I think. Fume Knight was strange. Fume Knight, I can't even remember what the hell Fume Knight was in terms of how hard. Nice. Wow, very good. Freed feels very gimmicky. I never found out what her gimmick was. She seemed annoying. Yeah, she did. Raichu, hello. Good morning. The Ice Dragon from DS1. Seath. Seath wasn't that... You know what Seath was? Nah, Seath wasn't hard at all. No, you just kind of sit in his armpit.
It's funny to see that every now and then Tobias starts talking about Souls games. They really left an impression on him.
No, the Souls... Well, you know why? I gotta say this, folks. The most impressive studio that I've been a part of during this event is FromSoft. FromSoft has not missed once. They haven't. Every game they've put out is quality from the ones we've played. So yeah, you know, I am going to keep praising FromSoft. Their games are great. They care about making games, and it shows. They don't miss. Yeah, they don't. One game. Why not go AP? Nah, we got AP. Top mid.
But why you took so long to actually play those games?
Because I play League.
Question.
Listen, I'm a League gamer. I'm a League of Legends gamer. This event has shown me the light of trying different things.
Get to work!
Smihu. Or Smihoy! Thank you for the prime. Black Myth Wukong Wen. Hey, we still have, as of right now, what stands is we still have 10 games to figure out, and we have a big game to figure out as well. Alright, so it could be Black Myth Wukong, I'm not sure.
Shut down.
We'll see. As I promised 2 days ago, dropping a prime for you, my captain. Absolutely, sir. Thank you. Prime's lovely. If you got Twitch Primes,
there's still hope.
Don't let me tell you how to use them.
XD
Do not let me tell you how to use them, sir. There's still hope, yeah? You never know.
Honestly, you know what would be a real laugh? Put Elder Scrolls Oblivion on the list. Lol, that game is a campy mess.
Well, we'll see. If you got suggestions, it's in the Discord. You won't sway me. You won't sway me. Discord. We give it a fair chance. So I look through games on Discord. I don't just look at the title and say, man, that sounds awesome. The games I've picked, I've looked through. The games I haven't picked, I've looked through. And again, that doesn't mean we're not going to play those games, the ones that we haven't picked, but keep putting them in there. If you find something interesting, put them in there. I just realized I just leveled up my orange. Oops. Aw, one more auto. Oops. I haven't had an orange since minute 1. You know, maybe this TP is relevant. Watch this. I'm not kidding. Time to bring in super soldiers.
Leona kept to her ult that entire time.
Time to bring in the super soldiers. That is worth it. I guess she did. Excellent. The super soldiers. Unironically, TP just gave us both kills. Crazily enough.
Lumfow.
Lumusfow. You know, I should really try more Gangplank support. It seems fun. I could try a few games of this. It's refreshingly different. Both Hades games? We played the first one. There's no point in going AP. Until Dawn I've beaten. Yeah, that game sucked. Actually, that game didn't suck. How much you paid for that game sucked. Until Dawn is a $30 game. It's like a $40 game. I paid like $80 for that piece of shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything. This event was only supposed to last 2 days. We are now over day 100. I don't know anything, and I can't answer that. I have no clue. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I haven't known what the hell I've been doing for the last 111 days. I don't know. We're just winging it at this point. we're just winging it. You know, I do think about events though, things to do, food streams, blah blah blah. But I think in terms of what the stream is and where it's gonna go and what's happening, I've got no clue. Tobias cooks? You should see my cooking. You should. If you go on YouTube right now, I want you to type in Tobias Fate chicken feet. And you will see me wearing Galio's skin suit. Alright? I skinned Galio. It's demonic what I did. But by God, the food I cooked was worth it. Go see it. Go on YouTube. Go watch it. What's happening today? Hello, hello, anime. We are. One sec. Do this. DMC5. DMC5. Devil May Cry 5 is up next. We are waiting for the skinning a stone gargoyle. It was something. We're waiting for the Steam sale. Yeah, we got the Steam sale coming up. So we're going to be buying all the games. Should be cool. 2 hours and 50 minutes for the Steam sale. All right, you know what? We got 3 hours of League. We got 3 hours of League. You make the best chicken feet on Twitch. I do. Absolutely, I do. Chicken feet. If people like the cooking stream. Press 1 if you had seen the cooking stream and you enjoyed it. And you want to see more. Or press 2 if you said, by God, get this out of my sight. What a wretched pile of nonsense. 1! See, I think a lot of people did enjoy it. Yeah. I thought it was fun. You know, maybe not so much
Would
eating all the
Umbral be
hot
good on
sauces, but
GP? Lethality, haste, damage, and one-shot wards.
yeah, it'd be good. If you're playing support, why not? I believe it would be good. The hot sauces, you know what? I'd love to try more stuff like that. That was Ivana's idea. Crazily enough, that was Ivana's idea. And she did it with me. And it didn't even, it didn't phase her, surprisingly. I would love to do more stuff like that. That'd be awesome. We can actually go Umbral. I mean, the game's kind of over, but... I mean, usually it's... I've got some pretty dumb ideas, but, you know, eating a bunch of horrid hot sauces. You know, I had gone into... I tried to find a bunch of weird food to eat, and there's a store here called Spencer's, and it's basically like an adult Hot Topic. There's a lot of, like, you know, things in there that you're just kind of like, okay, cool. And I go in, and I'm like, hey, do you guys have any weird things to eat? Like, nasty food or weird-looking food? And the lady directed me to a bunch of, like, edible dicks. And just, like, a bunch of, like, what the heck? I get banned! I'm gonna get banned! So, yeah, that's not gonna happen, but, you know. That's not a good thing. Cut it out. You could cut it up. You could. If you chopped it up and then kind of ate pieces at a time, I mean, what would be the point then, no? Mukbang. God forbid. God forbid. Now, I'm always looking around for weird things, because I do want to do another cooking stream, or like a weird eating stream, and I'm sure people would want to see me eat normal things, like, oh, Tobias Fate cooks a steak dinner with potatoes, or, oh, Tobias Fate cooks the roaches that live under his bed. Like, which one sounds more enticing? Like, yeah, 2. You'd rather see 2. It's grotesque. It's horrible. I'm gonna go watch the chicken feet video. Have fun, bro. I think it was good. I think people liked it, and I liked it. It was great. Chicken feet. Geoduck. Isn't that like the... Oh, those things are so nasty looking. The Geoducks? Those are pretty gross. Vayne is good, yeah, she's playing well. I will queue up, unironically, more Gangplank support. Do they taste good? Everything tastes good to somebody.
I watched the chicken feet stream with my parents. My mom was critiquing everything, and my dad was cringing Lamau.
Why would you watch that with your parents? I think they think less of you now, bro. I don't think they watch... They might disown you. That's all I can say. That's not for the families. That stream is for the Twitch chatters, I think, for sure. That is not something you watch with somebody over the age of 80. Well, I'm actually going to look through the games during the Steam sale, yeah. Not safe for boomers.
I watched it with my parents and told them you were one of Elon Musk's neglected 50 children.
Maybe. I could be. I mean, I did only know my dad for, like, a little bit. Didn't he give his children, like, barcode names or something? Or, like Xbox redeem code names? You know, where you gotta punch in a code and, like, get the game? And it's just kind of their name. It's like, this is DLC number 18. That's what I don't know. Is that what he did? That is. How do you even pronounce those names? The Steam code. Yeah, it's the redeem codes. What the fuck is that? Chicken feet is disgusting, man. No, that's unedible. Chicken feet is fucking nasty. XAEA12. It's like a lab experiment. XAEA12. XAEA12.
Mine's had something to do with the naming. All the other children he had with other women had normal names.
Well, I don't know, man. You know what? That's not my business. That's their family. That's their choice. That is not my business. You know, if the kids are happy, if they're all happy, awesome. Interesting. I don't know. I don't have much to say.
Chickens walk in their own shit and someone thought I want to eat that.
That's what I'm saying. Jeez, look at this circus.
Triple kill.
Which one is better, the USA or Canada? Uganda. Uganda!
This is hilariously close to her
Soldiers.
Cyberpunk 2077 counterpart.
I've got no clue, man. Listen, what you name your children is not my business.
Does anyone remember when Microsoft tried selling multiplayer for games to you? You'd get a game with a code to activate the online.
Did they
I
do that?
remember them doing it when I got Dead Space 2. Basically meant you couldn't get certain games pre-owned.
Your team has destroyed
Really?
the inhibitor.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember that. They tried to, like, push people away from buying pre-used, or pre-owned games. I miss walking into a game store and seeing the big chunky PC games. Those were cool. My stepfather had a PC, and he played a lot of PC games. They used to have these big boxes, these big, like, fucking bricks for PC games. And be it, you know, a little bit of wasted space, but they were cool. They had, like, little flaps you could open. They had the manuals. They had, like, 18 discs to download to play the game. It was cool. It was a vibe. Did you see the poll about Canada joining EU? 47 were for it, 25 against it. Buddy, listen, whatever happens on this earth, I'm going with the flow. I'm going with the flow. Whatever happens, it's beyond me. I go with the flow. As if I end up a U.S. citizen, I end up a U.S. citizen. If I end up a fucking part of Britain, I'll be in Britain. I mean, we could vote, you know, and votes do matter. You should be voting. But, you know, if people want something, I guess it'll happen. No, I will listen. If I was forced to join Britain, if I was forced into servitude under the crown of England, I will never use KG. I will never devolve into KG. I'm good. You'll never... I would be dead before I fucking use KG for anything. No, I'm good. You use feet and pounds. That's all that matters, brother.
Same, I would go the flow. If I ever get Thanos snapped, well, that's the story fate had for me.
That's just what it is. Hey, this Vayne was a homie, bro. GG's, man. That Vayne was a real one. That guy not only played well, but he was very level-headed and not a bitch. Or not a child, I should say. Not a child. Nice. GG's. One sec. You know, you could have had people sit there and say, by God, you're a loser. What are you playing? The Vane was just like, yo, who cares? Let's have fun.